exciting developments in Albuquerque, I'd like to welcome to the stage Robert Homer! He's going to be talking to you about the Rail Project and doing some exciting things on stage.
Thank you. And speaking of absurdity, I'm going to go back almost 10 years. Standing in the rain in the park, two of my friends, waiting for somebody to show up. And nobody showed up. We've been promoting this event called Open Circle for weeks before and put out the call for people to bring their stuff, share their stuff, and didn't quite connect. So a couple lessons I learned out of that is like, okay, I'm showing up, what did I bring myself? I was just kind of hoping other people would do their thing. And then also, the mass communication thing, as we use it to our advantage and effectiveness, can sometimes backfire because it's really about the personal connections we have in our community and how we grow in those. So playing with this idea of space and inviting people to bring their gifts, had a lot of different experiments. One, we were gathering around a fire, sharing ideas, and supplemental history packets, and all these kind of ideas flying around, and just kind of cross-pollinating and giving the space for people to imagine their future and their place in the community a little bit differently, and with support from other people who are doing the same. So anyway, moving with these lessons and kind of thinking about how people work, how we like to be invited, finally snapped on the approach last year here in Albuquerque. And I was kind of a headhunter because I tapped into my network. I really just tuned in to what people were doing and thinking about what their direction is, or knowing that they've got something going, but like, let's talk a little bit, and trying to bring that out. There's some folks in the room here that worked with that. This guy here, you all. Sorry. So anyway, yeah, just really trying to invite people as opposed to open invitation, you're on a list, come if you can, making the invitation. And it worked out, and it was pretty amazing. And we filled the space, talking about the source up in the same neighborhood as Travis is doing Project Leave the Hood. And we did it 3 times through the year, and got a lot of momentum around community and just kind of what we can do together, what the possibilities are. And right in the middle of planning the next one, which is going to happen right about now, I got connected with the Rail Yards Market. And it was this thing where we had the purpose kind of growing out of the space, and the rail yards have space, and they need more purpose. So dove head first into that, and it's been such a good fit. It's really all about spaces. There's so many spaces out there. There's museums like this one. There's art galleries, there's DIY venues, there's parks, there's empty lots, there's empty houses, there's empty storefronts. And the only reason why any of those things make any difference or have any value is because we decide that we have something to bring to them and put up on the walls a song to sing, somebody to house, food to grow, a dish to make, to share. And that's what it's all about. It's about recognizing that we are the people that fill those spaces. Okay, who does TED Talks? Somebody else. An expert. And here I am. Not necessarily an expert. I've just done a few things, and it's an honor to be here, and it's just, start where you're at. You start with what you do in the late hours of the night, the things that you do as a hobby, and ask yourself whether you're spending your time on things that are bringing you the fulfillment that life is really all about. Because that's all we got. And these spaces in our communities are going to be just what we make them. And they're going to be all that we make them. And we are all people, and we all have creativity. So it's just important to remember that it's not some superior and separate force out there, that it's us that create the world. And I'm finding that really working well at the Railing Arts. This is a space that has been a crossroads for communication and culture and ideas for a long time. This is what Albuquerque came out of. And we as a community have a chance to fill that space with what we're really about. 3/4, or maybe it's a quarter, I'm not sure, but it was a lot of freaking people. In terms of the workforce in Albuquerque used to work there. I mean, even if it's a quarter, it's a lot. I think it might have been 3/4 of the people in Albuquerque used to work at that place. And it's got a tremendous history. And grassroots effort is either going to take that momentum in the blacksmith shop and carry it to the rest of that project, hopefully, or we're going to let it go to some other developer that has other plans. So, important. Important. And everywhere in your neighborhoods, it's you, it's us. And with that being said, I'm going to play a song called My Song. Oh, we got a special treat for you. So speaking of starting where you're at, you know, like last week, I was printing shirts in the company of people that knew a lot more about printing shirts than me. But it's about just doing it. So this guy, Ryan, is going to print a shirt. Whose shirt are you going to print?
I'll print one for me, one for Dan, and someone for the audience.
Does anybody have a shirt that they want to get printed?
If you have a shirt, you can just come right up here, shirt off your back.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll print it for you.
You can take your shirt off.
2 minutes.
It's that kind of event.
Have to be cotton. If you're a girl.
You'll have to excuse the non-reverb on my voice. I know it can be a little difficult. But I got it on the guitar. That's important. Okay. This guy knows a lot about screen printing. Don't have a guitar strap. Every time I tell myself that I'm trying, take a minute to adjust my side to the scene. This is new, this is their plans and timeless hours. Fit this shoe, it is I when I stand in my power and got yours right too. I'd like to see it on the black wall at the high. I'd like to be there when you style those you. I think it's happening right now. Every time I tell myself there's a wave of love that carry me on through working till dying. What shall I choose? Must I hold my palm out or occasionally cower? How do you do? When I forget what to say, my triumph becomes sour. So I'll let my strings get and test the rest till they mess with the best. It's better than school. Think big and then take action steps.
While Orion's still printing, let me tell you that Rob's call to action for you is to look at the spaces in your neighborhood and look at the places that are empty that need to be filled with purpose and passion. And also, check out the rail yards market. It's a really cool thing that's happening in town.